Hello everyone and welcome back to Kinkoi, Ria's route, where we're rushing somewhere. I don't remember what the context of this is, but we'll find out soon.
You know what, knowing this route, it's rushing to sadness.
You're probably right. Rush, 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 rush.
またサボるの?
No, we're rushing.
I'm not cutting class today.
I was taking a music-based expert planning class. Oh, okay. Cool.
Huh. Alright.
Or maybe I should say vocal-based.
How's everything going?
静かに.
Okay.
Alright. Wait, was that because she's singing or just because you hate me?
Yes. By the sound of it, Ria had already started and was vocalizing out by the lake. The greatest challenge to restoring her voice was location, surprisingly enough. Maria Bishop's true identity was top secret. Not only would it cause headaches if her delinquent nature got out, she hated the idea of them tracing that back to her illness. But
her voice is so recognizable, anyone would figure out who she was.
Also, where's the piano?
ええ。本人の汚い言葉ばっかり使うだけで、あの子の生態は天からいただいたものだと思うわ。
Fine, keep your secrets. If anyone were to overhear her practice, it was fairly likely her identity would be revealed to the public. Which was exactly why she needed somewhere she could project her voice as loudly as necessary without anyone else hearing. Karaoke was apparently a no-go. Voices carried outside more than you'd expect, and her cover was nearly blown once in middle school. Wait, how long has she been doing this?
It's been a while, because that's when she and Jogasaki met each other, right?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Well, maybe a little before. Let's see, because it was 10 years ago that the camp occurred.
Camp.
So they would have been elementary school then. Okay. A music studio was ideal. But since it was a studio, those who managed it would absolutely hear her voice. Consequently, somewhere they could place their trust to an extent with a dedication to strict confidentiality was indispensable. There was a place or two like that here in Hamanon City, and there was plenty of nasty places like yesterday as well. She wanted to practice singing, but there was nowhere she could do so. This was an issue that came even before any problems with her throat or brain tumors. For the time being, they had chosen this place, where no one else was likely to stumble upon.
You know, actually...
Yeah?
Couldn't she practice in the Sortilege consulate? Like where Sylvie stays?
That is possible, I suppose, but at the same time, I could also see it maybe being an issue because there are always so many black-suited guards around, and even though they'd have to be sworn to confidentiality, you never know.
That's true. But as we found out, those black-suited guards are typically in literally everywhere.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of crazy. They're like those, what are they? The ninja guys from Overlord. The only people other than Noble Academy students who would come to this hill were those making food deliveries or similar. Those sorts would go straight to the dorm or academy, then straight back, so they wouldn't come here. Only during school hours, that is. Once it came time for people to head back to the dorm, the path nearby would be jam-packed with students. They'd definitely hear her sing as well. All of that said, it wasn't as if we didn't have time. Or maybe we don't.
Ria!
She broke into a minor coughing fit.
やっぱ衰えてんな。タバコの吸いすぎな上、1週間も入院してたんだから当然よ。今日はここまでにしましょう。そうする。
2 hours of consecutive singing appeared to be Ria's limit. It had taken a toll on her throat as well as her stamina. Oh, that scared me. I thought it was going to be another one of those quiet transitions.
Oh, me too. I had this impression that Maria Bishop was perfect in every way when it came to singing, but I guess you did have a weakness like this.
むしろ人より喉は弱いんだぜ。
Could have fooled us.
俺が死んだら公表してくれていいよ。結構なトリビアだから自慢になるだろ。
That's not funny.
笑えない冗談はやめて。
For once we agree. For once we agree.
はいはい。
You're famous for not holding concerts. Was this actually your reason for that?
ええ。これさえなければ、もっともっとファンを増やせたのに。まあでも、ライブやディナーショーみたく、ファンと近いイベントをやると、本性が見えちゃって、逆にファンを減らすかもですけど。
I can see that.
うっせ。
Ria was hydrating her throat with hot water. After 2 hours of singing and an hour-long break, she somehow managed to make it through another half hour of practice.
Yep. How's your throat?
だいぶ戻ったけど。ただいまー。あれ、先輩方、早いですね。
Here is someone who does not have a weak throat.
No. Yeah.
But practice was over for the day.
I think I've said this before, but like, the voice actress who was Akane had to have so much fun playing this part.
Oh yeah. It seems like she was bringing 110% into the booth every single time she recorded. Expert planning classes didn't operate on set schedules, so everyone wrapped up at different times. That went double for this time of year when the term was ending. People were already finishing up, and several boarders were on their way back to the dorm. And once that happened, she couldn't exactly keep practicing.
どこか使えるスタジオがないか調べるわ。よろしく。
I certainly appreciated Jokazaki being so proactive. On that note...
So, how did those high notes you were worried about go?
You know what? Dumb question. Why can't she just use Sylvie's royal cheat powers to have them build a dedicated studio?
You know what? That's actually a good question.
I mean... Or Kikuchiyo could do it, and he could put his name on it.
安定しない。いつも通り歌ってるはずなんだけど、どうも。
That so?
As a member of the audience, I thought she sounded beautiful. But I guess Ria couldn't accept how her own performance turned out. That was a world I bet only she, as Maria Bishop, could understand. I hoped it would all work out in a way she could be satisfied with, but... Would she hold up physically? That's a good sign. Friday. Classes were finally over and the second term had come to a close. I was beat. Not a single class clicked with me that semester, but I was still worn out all the same.
He's like, man, failing classes is really hard.
All of that aside...
Well, I guess he didn't fail because... they don't even fail people, right? It's like you get
That's true. Yeah. The worst he could do is get a D. Well, and I guess if he's in expert planning now...
He'll get a C.
Yeah, he'll be fine. All of that aside, winter break would soon be upon us once we got to the end of term ceremony out of the way. I could spend all of my time with Ria.
なんだか嬉しそうね、オーロ。
Yeah.
Yeah, since it's winter break.
ああ、
She doesn't get breaks.
どったんシルビー。
She looked upset at the word break. I mean, she already used her 2 days off.
Yeah.
冬休みね。ちっともお休みがないの。
Oof.
哲学。
And literal.
I'd assume she's just busy with other work.
今月はバタバタしていましたゆえ。
Her chaperone came along.
ただでさえシルビー様はご多忙の身。一日の遅れを取り戻すのにさえかなりの時間がかかります。
Oh, that's right.
しかし、くしくも今は年末。今年中に終えねばならない作業も多いですので。
いわゆる年末進行スケジュールと。助けて、オーロ
We just pat her on your head and go, we're not on your route.
I can't save you, but I will cheer you on. Good luck.
最近相馬くんにも会いに行けてないわ。相馬くん、元気してるかしら。
No need to worry, she's doing great. Right, Jogasaki?
She just goes,
学園の中で話しかけないでくださる？
close.
You know, pretty close.
So mean.
To be honest, I don't really know why he was expecting literally anything else. I expect nothing. I am not disappointed.
Maybe it's a situation where because he's dating Ria and now his expert planning involves her, he was hoping that Jokasaki might warm up a little, but yeah. Although I guess it did fit her MO.
元気にはしています。そう。よかった。
Her face is lying.
じゃあ、私たちは行くわ。相馬くんによろしくね、オーラ。
I will.
I'd better get going too. But when I tried...
オーロくん、彩香さん、よろしいですか？
何？
He stopped us. Kikuchiyo, he looked unusually serious. We chose this spot since it would be deserted until music club got started.
相馬リアさんの
Oh.
入院中に行った検査の結果が出ました。
No.
正確には、一昨日にはもう出ていたのですが、聞きに来てくださらないので。
Examination?
Jokasaki appeared to be aware and had a bitter expression. Given the look they were making, I could generally tell what was coming.
切除不可部位に相当する右脳側頭部の腫瘍に 6% の肥大化が見られたそうです。
Ah, shit.
そうですか。
I felt like my heart was going to stop, but Jokasaki remained calm. She must have been prepared for this.
What does that mean? Is it bad?
There's no way I'd understand the technical jargon behind it, so I focused on what it could mean for Ria in the long run.
わかりません。現代医学界は極めて危険な状態であると判断します。いつ何が起こってもおかしくない状態であると。しかし、彼女はこの7倍以上に膨れた腫瘍を抱えて、7歳まで生活していたのも事実だそうです。
There was a risk. But you could also make the argument she was still alright. Did that about cover it?
あの子の脳については、医者はもう10年も前にサジを投げています。それより、あの子の症状は、何か前回の検査より悪化したところは？
特にありません。本人がまともに検査されないので、詳しくは言えませんが。一点、即時判断力、瞬発力に衰えが見られるとか。
そう。だそうよ。6% か。 か。いつものことだな。まだまだ平気だろ。
Wow. That's not the reaction I was expecting, but good on her.
You're being awfully lighthearted about all this.
It was ridiculously shocking news for me and Kikuchiyo, but
慣れてんだよ、こんなの。
that's fair.
毎度のことなんです。
Every time? What was the baseline?
Baseline was bad, it's still bad.
Well, it sounds like worse. Is where it is. Jokasaki and Ria seemed unfazed by the news.
マリア・ビショップの活動を控えても悪化するのは同じみたいだな。夏から控えていたけれど意味なかったわね。気使ってもらったのに悪いな、プロデューサー。マリアは安売りしない方が商品価値が高まると判断しただけのことよ。あなたは私の商品なのだから、どれだけ病気が進行しても仕事だけはちゃんとこなせる状態を維持してちょうだいね。はいはい。
She didn't seem especially bothered by it. These two had outstanding mindsets.
Well, let's not say two. Look.
I gotta give Jokasaki credit. She is keeping up that demeanor in spite of her concern. So that's just her way. Inoperable lesions were steadily growing inside of her head. How did Ria, as well as the girl who had watched over her for years, feel about all of this?
引いた？
Yeah.
Ria spied over at my worried expression. Not good. What the heck was I doing? If nothing else, I needed to be on the same mental wavelength as Jokasaki right now. I hate myself. I hate myself.
I wonder if some hyper-nutritious injection will make everything better.
もう。
I didn't mean it like that. I pushed her down onto the sofa, or maybe we did mean it like that. I didn't lie, but I didn't want to bother her due to it either. Being an ideal boyfriend was so complicated. I needed to make sure that I gave her my all, or at least try to. I had made up my mind to keep acting like the coolest me I could be after all.
まったく下品ね。
Oh, you know you hate it.
でも市松さんなりにリアが望む形で気を使っているのは事実。そして何よりリアがそれを望んでる。なら私が言うことは何も。
Wow. Okay.
Ria.
いや、そこ気持ちいい。本当に始めな
Well, that was short-lived. We started practice for the day while we still had time.
検査結果では、いわゆる瞬発力に齟齬が見られるそうよ。高い音域が安定しないのはそのせいじゃないかしら。あなた、音量と音感を感覚で掴んでいるから、直感がメロディーに追いつかなくなっているのよ。昔から感覚でどうにかなったからな。
Maria Bishop never underwent any special training, right?
ないよ。100% 才能。
Wow, that's insane.
That's outstanding.
It was hard to believe she could become a peerless diva based on sheer innate talent.
As outstanding as it is, lots of people in the musical industry go by their innate talents, don't they?
まあな。特に歌、歌唱力に関しては、音痴でさえなければ、ごくごく基礎的なレッスンで、そこらのアーティストと言えるレベルにはすぐなれます。
There are plenty of karaoke level artists out there, but there are heaps of ordinary people who could pass as a pro.
特にリアはその面の才能はまさに天賦のものだった。喉もそうだけど、特に耳。
Does perfect pitch have an impact on your singing too?
小さい頃から全てが音階の世界だ。定められた音階の計算はもう直感でできてるよ。
She discerns scale on instinct. This was a skill not even karaoke goers could obtain unless they wholly devoted themselves to singing. It might be safe to say anyone born with that ability was a genius.
ただその直感が鈍ってるか。そうかも。高音が安定しないのって喉っていうかなんか音が追いつかない感じだし。
Sounded like she had pieced together why she couldn't sing well. I thought she sounded fine, so I wasn't the least bit qualified to make that assessment.
なんとかなりそうだ。
Ria sounded confident.
歌う曲は1曲だけ。音程は頭に入ってるんだから、その流れを全部覚えちゃえばいい。
Isn't that what all ordinary people do?
そうなの？知らない。ずっと勘で歌ってたから。
The diva I loved was apparently relatively shoddy.
ま、でもちょっとは頑張らないとな。ようやくシルビーと、なんだ、あいつの頑張ってきた10年間に追いつかないと。
Ria faced the lake and resumed her vocal warm-ups.
Do you think it'll go smoothly?
ええ。クルス・クラウンさんの名前が出ると、ああもあっさり頑張るのね。
Huh?
私が何回言っても、歌の練習なんて必要最低限しかやらなかったのに。まったく。
Was she irritated? Jokasaki let out a huge sigh. She was dropping all pretenses and was likely talking to herself. I'd better not say anything. Whatever the case, unlike Ria's health, her singing voice sounded like it was in promising shape. If she kept this up, she ought to pull through by Christmas. The one lingering problem.
なんかこっちからどっかで聞いた歌声が。
Push it.
あれ？何してんの3人とも。
Ria's practicing lip syncing. She's good.
That actually would be really, that'd be a pretty good excuse if they had any way to pull it off.
Yeah. Was the place after all.
金色ラブリッチェ。なぬー
Well, I guess that cat's out of the bag.
Alright, well. Quiet down.
Ria bangs on the wall.
リアちゃんがあのマリア・ビショップ？マジかよおい。
You know, you handled this a lot better in other routes.
Yeah.
マジだよ。
Like, she was downright calm on Sylvie's route.
Yeah, she was just like, oh, hey, wait, I recognize your face. Oh, you're Ria.
Yeah, and this time she's like, what the hell?
うわ、マジかよ。あ、でも言われてみれば。オーロ、例の段ボールどこ？
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Look, there's like 5 of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's always in the background, always watching.
The one filled to the brim with Maria products.
Oh, I guess that's one of the boxes.
それ、見比べたい。ああ、いいぞ、見比べてくれ。その後、その段ボールについて詳しく聞かせろ。
Hey, you said you weren't gonna get mad about the boxes. We did a poor job staying hidden, and Reina quickly got the drop on us. I'd imagine it was only a matter of time before word got out of Ria's impeccable singing skills. After some discussion, we revealed Maria's secret to her, and only her, in exchange for her silence, which she immediately failed to keep.
Don't tell anyone.
わーってる。誰にも言わないって。あ、ねえねえ、サインちょうだい。私用に1枚、転売用にもう2枚。
いいけど、俺直筆のサインって出したことないから、多分偽物だと思われて値段つかないぞ。
Ooh. Reina was the same as ever, and she easily accepted Ria's secret identity. Despite how easygoing she was, I doubt she'd say a word to anyone now that she had been sworn to secrecy. And thank goodness for that. I didn't want to bring about any unnecessary trouble right now. With that,
スタジオはやっぱり無理そう。年末はインディーズがライブで稼ぐ時期だから。
そっか。ま、しょうがね。
can we revisit the Sylvie cheat power plan?
練習の場所がないのか。
Yeah.
Once we determined it was an intuition-related issue, Ria could improve her performance if she had a space to practice and get all of her ducks in a row. It's great that we'd narrowed down the problem, but there was no safe place for her to practice. Talk about crappy timing.
こんな時こそシルビーのチートパワーに頼ったら、シルビーなら場所くらい楽勝で。
Thank you! You see?
シルビーはダメ。あいつには練習のこと言いたくない。
Why?
いらねえことで気使わせたくないんだ。あいつ主催のパーティーだからな。
Okay. Right, we neglected to take into consideration Ria's protectiveness of Sylvie.
そう。
I still say Kikuchiyo is a good plan B.
I agree, because he would, in all of his ridiculous amounts of corporate dealing, he has to know somebody.
Oh yeah.
なんか、クールかと思えば、シルビーにはくっそ甘いね。
Her sugary sweet side only comes out when it involves Sylvie.
おい、こそこそ話しても聞こえるぞ。
Oh, we know. I forgot about her razor-sharp ears.
We didn't know.
まあいいや。
Never mind.
静かで音漏れしない、誰も来ない場所ね。探しとくよ。
Please and thank you.
Now that we'd added a relatively reliable, ally to our ranks, Ria's battle quickly entered its final weeks until her big performance.
Loveriche.
However, we had yet to find a suitable place for her to practice, and it was already Sunday. There was nowhere for us to go, especially with the nearby lake being used by both dorm residents and clubgoers alike.
くそが。
Calm down.
Ria was getting more irritated by the second.
ったく。
Clatter, clatter. She restlessly kicked her toes against the floor.
You kind of seem more irritated than necessary, huh?
禁煙2週間目だから第二次八つ当たり期が来てるのよ。
Oh.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. You haven't smoked once since you left the hospital.
気づいてたんだ。
Or, you know, hopefully in the
捨てるって
hospital.
可能性もあるのに。
No, I'm pretty sure she was good in the hospital.
We kiss every day, so there's no way I wouldn't notice.
True story.
なるほど。
Let me see here. Have you smoked today?
Nope. Kick.
Ow.
ごめん遊ばせ。足が当たってしまったわ。
I don't believe you. She kicked me.
お前ら仲良くなったな。
Well, better is a relative term. She hadn't
Yeah, I was
done
about to
physical
say.
violence before.
I feel like better is actually worse.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd see the day that Jogasaki played the straight man.
あなたたち
Wait, that was
相手に
like
効
last
率的に
episode.
話を進めるコツが分かっただけ。 決して仲良くはないわ。
Jokasaki was still her old self. Although I did think you had to be fairly close to anyone you picked up the trick to communicating with.
で、今日もスタジオは？
取れなかった。でも今日は他でやることがあるから、どっちにしろ同じだわ。出かけるわよ。車が来たから準備して。
Where are we going?
Clap, clap, clap.
なんかあったっけ？
昨日言ったでしょ。ほら準備しなさい。
No.
準備？
そのだらしない服装じゃ怒られるから、服ちゃんとして。学園用の服でいいから。
I am confused. It was somewhere with a dress code by the sound of it.
でも着替えるには。
But that would mean I'd have to let go of Ria's perky nipples.
Oh my god.
And letting go of these...
What?
Okay, I thought it said crispy at first.
This isn't necessarily better.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. And letting go of these crisp nubs would be, you know...
Oh my god. That is the least romantic thing he could have said.
He could have said crispy.
I can't tell if that's better or worse. I really can't. Ow.
No mercy. She aimed straight for the shin.
That was mercy.
仲いいなお前ら。
What, did she do this to you?
さっさと着替え。
Okay.
おはようマリア。あら？
The older woman I'd seen in passing at previous Maria Bishop-related events, and when I was talking to Ria, come to think of it, parked the gigantic station wagon in front of the dorm. Station wagon, really? Okay.
Okay, at least you didn't do a me and misread it because I didn't see the station between gigantic and wagon.
What, you just thought there was a horse-drawn carriage outside of the dorm to take her to wherever they're going?
I'm like, oh man, they're gonna ford the river.
Hopefully they don't die of dysentery.
こいつ俺の彼氏。全部話しちゃったから。
Okay, that's really generous. Only half of that is true.
そうですか。
Look, you heard her
城ヶ崎様が納得
judgments
してらっしゃ
impaired.
るなら何も言いません。
Well, hang on now. Don't base Jokasaki's acceptance on the parameter. That's not gonna work. She was on guard for a moment when I turned up with Ria, but looked visibly more relaxed now.
納得はしてないのだけど。
Yep.
というかあなた、ついてくるの？
You did say we, and I was in the room, and it was my room.
Well, I think she meant we, like herself and Ria.
Oh, I know that. But
Would it be bad if I did?
it felt right tagging along with Ria, but it probably was pointless for me to go along with them.
いいよ、来れば。彩香よりは歓迎されるから。
Oh! Take that. I ended up jumping in the car with them. And we headed to...
Buy more buffaloes?
Oh, okay, here we go.
Here?
Sylvie's home. I was sure we didn't need to abide by a dress code, but this place was essential to Maria's job.
ご苦労様です。
パーティーは1週間後ということで、立ち位置や衣装の確認に来ました。
I mean, isn't she going to wear the same dress she always wears?
はい。
I knew vocal training was important, but I hadn't considered the visual element behind it.
めんどくせえよな、人前に出るって。やっぱ自分で気が向いた時に歌って撮って適当に流してるだけの方が楽だわ。
Some music producer a while back snapped and talked about how online singers have no professional mindset. I'm sure this is the sort of thing he meant. By the way, where's Sylvie?
本日は会食と会談が計7つ。朝の5時半に半泣きになっておられるところをヘリに詰め込みました。
Aw,
Oh,
poor thing. That's terrible.
ちょっと自分の意識の甘さを反省した。
I think most people would feel that way if they heard how busy her schedule was.
一応明日が一日オフの予定です。
Yay!
お二人とも、できたらでよろしいのですが、明日は午後からお時間いただけないでしょうか。遊びたいと、姫様が半泣きでいらしたので。
I completely believe that.
Actually, when I think about it, 7 dine-in meetings, like, it's terrible, but that does mean Sylvie got 7 meals a day today.
That's perfect
Which is
for her.
probably ideal, yeah.
Yeah.
考えとく。
The end of term ceremony was scheduled for tomorrow, and Sylvie would be taking the afternoon off for herself.
リア、お願い。
ああ、
The lady from before, Natori-san, I believe, called for Ria and she headed further inside.
Who's that lady?
ナトリさん、マリアの芸能関係の仕事を手配するプロモーターというところね。
龍造寺コーポレーションの芸能部所属。マリア・ビショップの活動を後押しすると同時に秘密を守る仕事です。人的コーディネーターとしては大変優秀でした。マリア・ビショップに近づくために、こちらも国としてかなりの譲歩をさせられましたよ。
Well, alright then. Ella-san's shoulders drooped. Dealing with the media may have not been Ella-san's specialty, but it was impressive Natori-san had gotten her, someone who carried the weight of an entire country on her shoulders, to make such a comment. Thought it said commitment for a second. Maria sure did have the support of all sorts of people, didn't she? And...
You're going in dressed like that?
ライトや立ち位置のチェックは衣装合わせ必須だからな。
Makes perfect sense.
またお会いできて嬉しいです、市松さん。
And we melt.
Yeah.
She walked up to me.
どうして私を見てくれないんですか？
Well,
私、ずっとあなたに会いたかったのに、悲しいです。
Stop toying with us.
knock it off, seriously.
こっちで迫るとほんと弱いな、お前。
Is a witch. I knew she was Ria, but it still made my heart flutter. Talk about frustrating. They eventually got through all the necessary stage checks, which included when and where she'd walk, the timing of the lights, and so forth. It's a tech rehearsal. She even had the opportunity to sing.
何か？
マリア、喉の調子でも悪いの？高音に張りがないようだけど。
Hey, you know, sometimes during rehearsal, you gotta dial it back so you have what it takes to do the actual performance. Deal with it.
ちょっと疲れているんです。そう。本番には疲れを残さないようにね。
Although it had been lost on me, it seemed Natori-san had noticed Maria was in poor health. She would need practice. I wished we could borrow the consulate, but that was out of the question while Sylvie was around. Their work eventually came to an end.
以上よ。マリア、着替えてきて。
はーい。でもちょっと疲れた。休んでていいよな。
ええ、こっちは残る作業をしておくから。手伝います。
Ria walked towards us while scratching her head.
B, you okay?
I couldn't help but worry after she'd made that comment, despite showing hardly any outward signs of exhaustion. But Ria just shot me a complacent smile.
大丈夫。めんどくせえから休みたいだけ。
I can't tell if you're joking or serious. She let out a mean-spirited cackle. Okay, serious. Was she faking it? Either way, I really wished she wouldn't joke about stuff like that.
ほら、こっちこっち。疲れて休むんだから気使えや。
Sure.
She dragged me toward an empty corner of the room. And if she brought me somewhere private, that had to mean...
Alright, I'm not sure what dua is supposed to be.
I don't know. That?
Dua.
There you go, that works. She wrapped her arms around me.
今日はもう朝からイチとイチャつく気だったから仕事めんどくて仕方なかったわ。途中で抜けようにも彩香がうるせえし。イチ
For a bit.
Yeah, uh-huh.
まだマリアに緊張してんのか。
Yep.
I can't exactly help it.
たく。私は市松さんが大好きって言ったじゃないですか。そんな緊張しないでくださいよ。
Knock it off already.
嫌ですか？
Maria nestled up to me in an effort to downplay her persona. This kind of behavior was normal for Rhea, but it felt like some strange girl was rubbing against me when she was dressed like that.
Ooh.
Oh, damn it. My face was burning up. This whole flirty act was at total odds with my mental image of the chaste Maria Bishop. However, I didn't especially mind this level of assertiveness as she leaned in close. Maybe this was how middle-aged men felt when they became addicted to hostess clubs? Men really were simple creatures.
Anyway, Rhea, please stop for a sec.
どうして？
It's just weird.
Because it...
罪悪感って。お前マリア・ビショップを天使か何かだと思ってない？
I so do.
芸能界の通説だとファンって実際に会うと正直引くって言うけどちょっとわかった。
Oh no!
That's not quite what I meant.
ん？
For me, Maria and Rhea aren't completely unified yet.
I mean, they could always try doing the fusion dance again.
Well, or the earrings.
Yeah, I feel like it'd have to be the earrings. I don't know that she has the energy for the fusion dance.
わかってるよ。この反応だし。
So, listen, I do love Maria, but... Well, having sex with Maria Bishop would... How should I put this? Feel like I'm betraying Rhea.
You know, I was kind of wondering why he didn't ask about the wig earlier.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yes. I feel stupid for saying this out loud, but I can't help it.
Although I knew they were the same person logically, my emotions couldn't quite keep up.
こんな勃起してるのに？
It was certainly an emotional issue, not a physical one, and my body was raring to go.
じゃあまあいいやもう。
Rhea went to leave.
Are you mad?
怒ってないって。
She didn't seem angry or fed up, but she still headed off into a nearby room. I was a little flustered. However, a rather cheerful Rhea returned a short while later.
ああ、お疲れ様ね。
やっぱ待たされる時間が長いのが嫌だわ。
That was a weird transition.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, but still.
Well, yeah, but you know. Yeah.
Well, we'd taken advantage of our free time, so it didn't feel like we were waiting long.
It must be rough to be a celebrity.
これが普通よ。 むしろマリアはそういう時間少なくしてるんだから、文句言わないでよね。
かやっぱ肌に合ってねえな、俺には。
I more or less understood what she was trying to say. Before it being in her blood or otherwise, that had to be the reasoning behind why she hadn't been active since the summer.
バカ言わないで。あなたは私の商品。勝手にやめるなんて許さないから。
はいはい。金色ラブリッチェ。
Alright, well, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. Not good,
Yep.
not bad. Well, mostly not good. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like,
I mean, like,
things are on the downslide.
I really wonder where it's gonna hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at this point, it seems like it's an inevitability. Like, I'm assuming...
I wonder if,
Hmm.
like I said, there's only two things it can do.
Right.
One is the happiest possible thing would be you have the thing where the Christmas thing goes well, or the party with Sylvie,
Right.
and the performance and all of that, it goes well, and then the epilogue says like, oh yeah, this happened, you know what I mean.
When you say the epilogue, though, do you mean like the end of this route, or are you talking about the thing that unlocks at the end of Sylvie's?
Oh,
Because that would be
I meant at the
my
end
thought.
of this. I went at the end of this. I thought at the end of this route, but I wonder how.
I don't know. Yeah,
That brings up a good point, actually.
but I do agree, and I'm guessing the other scenario would involve things deteriorating before the Christmas party. I don't think that one's going to happen. I think at the very least she's going to be able to do the party, and I think the party's going to go well.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think the party's going to be Maria Bishop's last performance.
Yeah, I agree. Because it's basically already stating that it's very difficult for her to do this.
Right. Her physical health just isn't able to do it, and it sounds like it's really starting to take a mental toll too, in a way. I mean, her demeanor's still really good, but in terms of her capabilities, I guess that's still technically physiological, but whatever. I'm not a neurologist, so I don't know. But I do have to give her credit. I mean, she's really taking things in stride, but I guess that's the way that she has to handle things. And Joe Kasaki does a good job of taking these things well, too. She maintains that pseudo-aloof facade, which is very clearly not how she actually feels. But she does a good job.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely Rhea does the... she has her mentality that she mentioned last episode.
Right.
Right, like she's... Or the one before, actually.
The one before, yeah.
She doesn't want anybody else to feel sorry for her, but that includes herself.
That's very true. She wants to focus on living while she is alive, whatever that means, whatever her capability allows her to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if she's only got 50%, well, she's going to live up that 50%. She's got more than that, great. She's going to live it up, and that's really admirable. I mean, that's how it has to be when you're living with that kind of reality. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people do live with that kind of thing, and it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to see someone you care about going through it, too. So,
yeah, definitely.
Don't really have anything too cheery to add on to that, other than...
No, I get a feeling the route may just be more and more sad from this episode. Like, this may be the happiest we get for a while.
You may be right. We'll see what happens. But thank you all for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you are bracing for the inevitable fallout of this. Well, hopefully better than us, because we're not doing so great. But we're trying. And we hope to see you in the next one. For now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off.